Hi everybody, John Meadows with Granite Supplements here, and today we're talking about Recovery Factor X with Sergeant Striation himself, Scott Stevenson. Take it away.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. So, Recovery Factor X, I'd like to give you a little more of the details of the ingredients here. This is basically the twin to Keto Factor X, this one being the carb-containing formulation. So, if you've seen that video or if you look at that video, basically you're going to see that 2/3 of the triage of ingredients are exactly the same. We've got, once again, a three-pronged approach. A carbohydrate neurogenic group of ingredients, our essential amino acids, myotropic matrix, and then our vasoactive pump matrix. In our carb neurogenic group here, we've got a pretty sophisticated, I think pretty novel approach to maintaining high blood glucose levels, elevating that throughout exercise, which is going to do things like reduce your cortisol, which propel your gains. The main carbohydrate source is cholesterdestrin, highly branched cyclic dextrin. 15 grams of that. This is highly absorbable and also really minimizes some of the gastric distress people have, burping, gas, bloating, that kind of thing. But we've also added to that palatinose, which is a very low glycemic index carbohydrate source. It's actually a disaccharide, to try to make sure that your blood glucose levels stay elevated somewhat throughout the course of your workout as you drink the Recovery Factor X. And we've also got some neurotransmitter support here by way of L-tyrosine, and acetyl L-tyrosine is very highly soluble. So this is a decent dose. People who take stimulants and such find this really has kind of an added effect. If you've, for instance, taken our arc reactor, you'll notice we have some of that in there as well. This adds and has a neurogenic effect. Can't say too much about essential amino acids. Even 6 grams in the scientific studies will potentiate the protein synthetic effects of training, and we've got 9 grams in here in the blend that they sort of use, which matches what you find in skeletal muscle. And we got 4 ingredients in the vasoactive pump matrix. 3 grams of L-citrulline. So this could be combined, for instance, with arc reactor and would give you 9 grams in total. Taurine is an osmolyte, so it increases cell volume. Also helps really well with cramping. This is a really cool ingredient, this Vasodrive AP. These are milk-derived lactotripeptides. So these are 3 amino acid small peptides rapidly absorbed, and what these do, a number of different things actually. They have an insulin sensitizing effect. They actually inhibit the angiotensin converting enzyme, which tends to reduce the levels of vasopressin. Vasopressin vasoconstricts. So when you use Vasodrive AP, you get a vasodilatory response, greater blood flow, a greater pump. And then caprose. This is an extract of Indian gooseberry, also known as amla. It has a little bit of an anti-inflammatory effect, an antioxidant effect, but not too much. We want to make sure we didn't blunt your adaptations by giving you too much of an antioxidant effect here. It's about several oranges worth. And this also is very, very good for endothelial health. It increases blood flow during a couple different tests that typically cause vasoconstriction. This will counter that. So this has a vasodilatory response, more muscle blood flow. So what we have here in Recovery Factor X is what I would say it's a high end, it's kind of a Lamborghini of intra-workout, because we've got this nice vasoactive pump matrix, a sophisticated carbohydrate blend here to maintain blood glucose and also support neurotransmitter release, essential amino acids. And this is the type of thing, just using this is more than adequate as an intra-workout. And if you happen to be someone who trains long and hard, I think as John has mentioned in some of the other videos, or someone who's taking a large amount of calories, you could add to this, but this will do the job for you in most cases. Unless you're a very large guy training really hard, you might add to that with something like Gatorade or a juice or what have you. Recovery Factor X it's a top of the line type of supplement. It's a really nice combination, so I think you're going to like it.